We'll now move towards the second panel discussion of the conference, to be moderated by Professor Himadri Lahiri, Netaji Subhash Open University. The theme of this session is Ecology, Global South and Critical Theory. I request other members of the panel, Arpan Mitra, Olsharko Banerjee, Shantanu Maji, and Orithro Basu to take their seats on the dais. Himadri sir, the floor is yours.
It's a great pleasure for me to chair this session entitled Ecology, Global South and Critical Theory. There are 4 speakers in this panel. I will request each speaker to limit your presentation to 12 minutes if possible. And in that case, we can have some question-answer session. And when you speak for 10 minutes, I will give you a sign that you have 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Okay? So without much ado, let us begin the proceedings, because the papers appear to be very, very interesting. And we are eager to listen to what the speakers say. I will invite the first speaker, Mr. Arpan Mitra, to present his paper. He is the PhD research scholar at St. Xavier's University, Kolkata.
Very good. The mic is on. Okay. Very good afternoon to everyone present. I would like to begin my presentation on a note of apology. It's an extremely hasty work, because I was unable to complete my paper on time, because I been taking my mother in and out of the hospital. She's scheduled for a surgery tomorrow. She has 3 tumors on her lungs, so pretty scared. I haven't even managed to get a hard copy of the paper. It's just thoughts that I have written down. So my present paper is titled Reimagining Ecological Narratives, Posthumanism, Environmental Justice and Decoloniality in English Literature. From the looks of it, it's a very ambitious project. It's something we have been pondering on for quite some time, but haven't really managed to jot it down. So what my paper tries to do is it explores the intersection of these 3 concepts in English literature. It investigates the intricate convergence amidst the complex backdrop of the Anthropocene and the democratic crisis. Drawing from inspiration from seminal literary works by Ursula K. Le Guin, Robin Wall Kimmerer, Cormac McCarthy, Octavia E. Butler, Arundhati Ray, Amitav Ghosh, and Janice Ray, this study endeavors to unravel the multifaceted relationship between human society, the environment, and the pressing ecological challenges of our era. So what I've done is, in this crucible of contemporary intellectual discourse, this intersection of posthumanism, environmental justice, and decoloniality stands as a nexus of inquiry, offering profound insights into humanity's evolving relationship with the environment and repercussions of historical legacies. Within the intricate tapestry of Anthropocene, where human activities have become the defining geological force, and amidst a democratic crisis that questions prevailing power structures, the exploration of these themes assumes paramount significance. Now, moving on. So this is basically a confluence of theoretical currents, as I would like to call it. In navigating the theoretical terrain of posthumanism, environmental justice, and decoloniality, my inquiry delves into the frameworks that extend beyond disciplinary boundaries, offering lenses through which to critically examine the interconnected challenges of the Anthropocene and the democratic crisis. Posthumanism, as articulated by Donna Haraway in a Cyborg Manifesto, transcends traditional boundaries between human and non-human, challenging the anthropocentric paradigm. Haraway's cyborg metaphor becomes a powerful lens through which to view Ursula Le Guin's The Dispossessed, where the protagonist navigates a world that challenges the conventional boundaries of humanity and society. Her work becomes a literary manifestation of Haraway's vision, urging readers to rethink entrenched notions of human exceptionalism. Environmental justice, as posited by scholars like Robert de Bullard in Dumping in Dixie, emphasizes the disproportionate burden of environmental degradation on marginalized communities. In the context of robin wall kimmerers breeding sweetgrass, environmental justice resonates as kimmerer intertwines indigenous wisdom with scientific understanding. The ecological ethos advocated by Kimmerer becomes a manifestation of environmental justice, highlighting the need for equitable relationships between humans and the natural world. Decoloniality, as framed by Walter Minello in Delinking the Rhetoric of Modernity, the Logic of Coloniality, seeks to deconstruct Eurocentric paradigms and amplify marginalized voices. In this regard, Arundhati Ray's The God of Small Things becomes a literary vehicle through which to explore the environmental consequences of colonial histories, aligning with the decolonial imperative to question and dismantle dominant narratives. The intersectionality of these frameworks is discernible in the dystopian narrative of Cormac McCarthy's The Road. Haraway's posthumanist critique is reflected in the blurred lines between human and environmental devastation, portraying a world where survival necessitates a redefinition of traditional human nature boundaries. Simultaneously, the environmental justice lens is evident as the narrative unfolds in a world ravaged by unspecified environmental catastrophe affecting all communities indiscriminately. Decoloniality too echoes through the narrative as it underscores the universality of the ecological consequences, challenging hierarchical notions embedded in colonial history. Octavia E. Butler's Parable of the Sower becomes a literary realm where these frameworks converge. Butler's portrayal of a dystopian future marked by environmental chaos and societal collapse aligns with the posthumanist discourse on the interconnectedness of human and non-human entities. The environmental justice imperative is palpable as Butler exposes the vulnerability of marginalized communities in the face of ecological upheaval. Decoloniality, woven into the narrative, critiques historical structures that exacerbate environmental injustices. Amitav Ghosh's The Great Derangement becomes a critical text in our exploration, engaging explicitly with the absence of climate change narratives in literature. Ghosh's insights align with the posthumanism in emphasizing the need for expanded perspectives beyond the human experience. Simultaneously, the environmental justice discourse echoes as Ghosh calls attention to the disproportionate impact of climate change on vulnerable communities. Decoloniality, implicit in Ghosh's critique, highlights the lacuna in climate literature concerning voices from the global south. Finally, Janice Ray's Ecology of a Cracker Childhood forms a narrative bridge between posthumanist environmental justice and decolonial perspectives. Ray's personal narrative unveils the ecological consequences of historical land exploitation, exemplifying the interconnectedness of human histories with environmental degradation. The work reflects environmental justice by elucidating the impacts on local communities. Decoloniality surfaces as Ray's narrative confronts the legacies of colonial exploitation in shaping ecological landscapes. In synthesizing these theoretical frameworks, my study endeavored to unravel the complex tapestry of human environmental relationships and societal structures. As these frameworks intersect and complement each other, they provide a comprehensive lens through which to scrutinize the narratives presented in our chosen texts, offering a nuanced understanding of the intricate dynamics that define our contemporary ecological democratic challenges. Moving on. Yeah. Now I'm moving on to the concluding section. Actually, what I've tried to portray is that the transformative potential that literature has as a site of interdisciplinary exploration. By navigating the complex intersections of posthumanism, environmental justice, and decoloniality, literature becomes a vessel for deepening our understanding of the challenges we face and envisioning alternative futures. In the realm of posthumanism, these texts offer narratives that extend beyond the human experience, inviting readers to recognize the agency of the non-human world. Environmental justice, when explored through literature, becomes more than a theoretical concept. It becomes a visceral experience that encourages empathy and a commitment to dismantling unjust systems. The decolonial perspective embedded in these texts challenge dominant narratives and calls for a re-evaluation of historical structures. Through the nuanced exploration of colonial legacies, literature becomes a vehicle for confronting uncomfortable truths and advocating for a more equitable and sustainable future. As we stand at the intersection of literature, posthumanism, environmental, and decoloniality, there are several promising avenues for future research. Comparative studies that analyze how different cultural contexts influence the portrayal of these themes in literature would provide richer insights into the global dimensions of these issues. Exploring the emergence of new literary genres that explicitly engage with these interdisciplinary themes could further expand our understanding of literature's evolving role in societal discourse. Moreover, investigations into the reception and impact of these literary works could illuminate the potential for literature to inspire societal change. How do these narratives influence public awareness, policy discussions, or community initiatives? Longitudinal studies tracking the evolution of posthumanist environmental justice and decolonial themes in literature over time could also provide valuable insights into societal shifts in consciousness. The study not only contributes to the academic field of literature, posthumanism, environmental justice, and decoloniality, but also invites future scholars to continue exploring the myriad ways in which literature can shape our understanding of and responses to the complex challenges facing our world. The literary lens, as evident in these texts, remain a powerful instrument for fostering dialogue, cultivating empathy, and inspiring transformative actions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.